Hello, hello, hello. It is Moonshine Oracle with a Karmic Exposé check-in for the sign of Pisces on this beautiful Tuesday morning. This could be you. This could be the cross watcher. I do not know. I do not care. This could be your chart. This could be theirs. I do not know. I do not care. A lot of Piscean energy are coming from my hometown, so this may not really resonate with anybody here unless somebody from my hometown is sneaking and geeking and they ain't supposed to be. So I know that. Somebody here makes a lot about physical appearance, the way things look. But what I'm getting is it is a woman who is not the most attractive thing in the world. Goes and just, they feel as if people who can be considered pretty, specifically women, don't deserve to be happy, successful, this, that, and the third. And it stems from insecurities regarding their own appearance. I've never fully understood why, but I've been caught on the receiving end of this before, and it's just like, because in terms of modeling and stuff like that, I have a very generic look. And on top of that, no matter how much weight I lose, I'm still going to be curvy. The smallest I can get down to is a size 10 without catching a trip to the hospital. And on top of that, at my age, with hormones changing and stuff like that, you cannot starve yourself and lose weight. If anything, my body will freak out, go into survival mode, and start storing fat cells. And it drives me fucking crazy. Because instead of burning it, my body ends up storing it. So I have to eat. In other words, I have to eat. Like, my macros have to be balanced in order for my body to properly burn fat accordingly. And I have to lift weights. So somebody here prefers yoga, Pure Barre. That is fine. But the thing is, when you are of Celtic descent like me, you're descended from a lot of farmers, blacksmiths, soldiers. Like, your body needs to be worked. As in, tour de weight room or bust. And believe it or not all beauty treatments are expensive. Like 90% of what I do is at home in my bathroom. If I'm not doing it in my bathroom, I am whipping up my bath soaks and stuff like that in my kitchen. I mean, there's just a lot that I do myself independently. Like, I go to the store to buy the ingredients, but I make it in my kitchen. Is it the secret to the fountain of youth? No. It just keeps me from looking busted. The Bible says to wash your face and comb your hair when you're fasting and stuff like that. And my thing is, in the South, like me being raised in the South, I was raised very, very traditional. You don't step outside the front door with your hair out of place, without a stitch of makeup on, and so on down that line. And I mean, it's just, I have unlearned a lot of bullshit. Like, I will go sit on my front porch in my PJs and have my coffee and stuff like that in the morning. And every now and then I'll have my charcoal mask on. It's like, I don't care. It's my property. It's my porch. There's nobody coming over. Who the fuck cares? But there's somebody here that, again, is not considered a looker. And I try to be nice. I really and truly do. But at the end of the day, I am not responsible for what their parents look like. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not. I don't know if it's because somebody dated the same guy or what? Or because out of an ex, like out of everybody a girl's ex went on, like was with, somebody here was considered a knockout and everybody else is considered a busted can of biscuits. And I mean, you fumble. When guys who are not the most attractive get a drop dead gorgeous, y'all know what I'm trying to say, Jesus, woman, when I say their insecurities come out because they don't trust that she's there for the right reasons. Now, my ex, for example, he had a knockout sense of humor. And that's what won me over. But then I later on learned he was just a compulsive, lying piece of shit. And on top of that, his Pisces ex was hanging around. This could very well be her. Because when you have a bitter ex and they have like government connections and stuff like that, like mom's the city council, town clerk, and stuff like that, you kind of have a little bit of pull in the area. But at the same time, it's not an excuse to ruin a person's life because they trigger your insecurities. That is not an excuse. Karma is a real big old bitch, and you never know who you were pissing off. And I tell people all the time, be careful. You do not know what a person's connections are. Again, be careful who you mess with, for you do not know who or what their connections are. Same thing in the spiritual sense. Be careful who you mess with. You know not their bloodline. Hi, I'm a quadroon, technically. Because for some folks, our bone bag says one thing. The blood in our veins and arteries, it says a little something else. It says something else. And I'm going to tell you this here and now. If you have dreams of being chased in the woods with spears and arrows and shit, that is not my problem. That's not my problem. Mine, they can't physically scalp you, so they settle for fucking with your head. Spiritual scalping, if you will. The blowing open of one's crown and third eye. And on top of that, in the physical sense, just because you got a little pull in a small town don't mean the person you're messing with is broke. They may have the legal means to pursue you in the court of law. They may be able to pay for a lawyer that you can't, and so on down that line. Like, I mean, it's just stay in your lane. And on top of that, just because the person you're with is like best friends with the person you're a little of, and that person's like a sister, a cousin, and stuff like that is like married to this friend, you don't get to tell them they cannot spend time with their kin because you are not kin. Because whoever you are a big fat reason why somebody like you began the process of giving a person an excuse to cut their family off and never speak to any of them ever again. Like, you kickstarted the process. It's your fault. Like, it don't change the fact that it's your fault. I mean, accountability. Because you don't get to blame the person you hurt when everything that happened single-handedly started with you. You are whoever you are the nucleus of the cell that is the problem at hand. Because for the last 10 to 15 years, you've low-key kept some type of watch over this person. And it's like, they're in their lane, minding their business. You are watching their pockets. You may have illegally gained some type of entry to their home at some point. Like, a lot of laws have been broken. Let's put it that way. A lot of shit has happened that should not have happened. And so help me God, if you are the reason there is a tracker on a person's car, like, seek mental help, like health help immediately. Like, you need help. Because you are a genuine nutcase. But my thing is this, a lot of this was motivated by a man. Did he marry you? Or was the breakup, the cause of the breakup, the same as it was 2 times before? Let's be for real. Like, it don't matter that everybody has moved on and stuff like that. It don't change the fact that what you did in the past is what you did. Let's be for real. Because there's pictures of the person you hurt intentionally, and then there's what you look like. So somebody here just does not have the face card to be pulling off a fraction of the bullshit. Because if she tries it again, she's gonna be in a lot of trouble. And with that, everyone have a good one.